Okay, disclaimer before we begin this orientation. I will only be discussing the fundamentals of sixes, so don't expect too much anything on mid fights like too extensive on it. I will only show you guys the fundamentals. So to people that are more experienced here, you might not gain anything at all, but who knows? All right, let's begin. This is the thing that I made, an introduction to sixes by Blub. Let's
Is this
proceed.
being recorded?
It is not. Do you want this to be
You should
recorded?
be recording this.
GG. All right, I'll record. Chee.
Bennett asked if they would gain extra cred for extra lessons.
I feel like he's talking about a different kind of extra lessons.
True.
Yo, Pink Jesus is streaming it. I think it's on Twitch.
Yo,
What
come
the
see me
what?
after class.
See me after.
Mr. Rallan is
Oh,
here.
YouTube. He's streaming it on
Why
YouTube.
me though? I'm new.
Okay, I'm gonna next go to recording studio.
Bodlove
This time.
asked if he gets extra cred for answering questions.
Okay, it's fine. You, what do you mean extra creds? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Also, by the way, I will be only entertaining questions at the very end. There will be a Q&A section. So the only time that I will be in the midst of the discussion, the only time I will be answering your questions if you want to clarify on something. Okay.
I can unmute and say that for them.
Okay.
I have one more concern, Mr. Gabe Balab.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I have one
I
more
will.
concern.
Yes. What is your concern?
Why are you so foggy?
I'm muting this guy. Okay. We can now begin. Surely. Okay. Let me see first if this can start. This should be good. All right, boys. Let's start the class for real this time. Fur. 3, 2, 1. Shee! Yo, welcome to my introduction to sixes by Blub. Let's go on. What the hell is sixes? This is for the new players out there. Sixes consists of 6 players in each team, which are known as the Pocket Scout, Flank Scout, Pocket Soldier, Roamer Soldier, Downman, and Medic. I think all of us should know this. If you want to get into sixes, you should know this. The roles, and we'll get into the roles later on. Now let's discuss to the terms. Important terms to know, very important things to know, are combo. Combo consists of the Pocket Scout, Downman, Medic, and Pocket Soldier. The flank consists of the Flank Scout and Roamer Soldier. It can also mean the alternative routes in a map. The rollout is a process that is done to get into mid as quickly as possible. The mid is the center of the map. This is where both teams fight over the control point and where a mid fight happens. Does anyone any clarification on that? Because does anybody need any clarification? Because I don't want to go too fast. Just say one if we want to continue. Just type one if you want to continue. Okay. Nice. Let's move on to the next terms. Next is caught, which is very important, or isolated, or ISO for short, is when a player is caught either by spam or poor positioning. Their chances of survival are extremely low, as they are usually called focus fired and denied of exits. Next is also just as important is sacrifice, or SAC for short. The act of bombing or chasing the enemy medic in hopes of trading a damage class for a potential Uber advantage, or trading for a demo man. That is, he is equally as important as the medic. A force is targeting the enemy medic in order to make them use their Uber prematurely. So they already had 100% Uber, but you wanted them to force, you want to get the medic low so that he can waste that Uber. That's what a force is. Now, proceeding. Choke or choke point, this is where the combo usually advances and is often spammed and locked down. This is where like some of the stalemates usually happens. Next is pushing or taking space, the act of advancing. For instance, taking space, usually the soldier's job to go in first. It's usually done in a choke point, but not just in a choke point, but just in general. They are the ones usually taking space first for their team. Bomb or bombing is the act of rocket jumping towards an important target, or, for example, enemies that are weak or high value targets such as medic and demo man. Do we get that? This is the last slide. Is it? Can I get a one for yes? Demo man can also bomb. Yes, demo man can also bomb. Okay. Last of the terms is here. These are I left these for last because these are one of I would argue the most important. Backup is not that important, but the other ones I will explain a little more further in detail. Backup is going behind the enemy to capture a point when they least expect it. It usually happens on last, especially. So for example, the enemy team has captured the second point. Sometimes maybe the whole combo, the entire team is fighting second. They're too distracted and they allow the flanks leak and somebody backups and they win. That happens a lot, especially in this server. That shit happens a lot.
We have so many speakers.
Why is there so many speakers?
I have no clue.
What the fuck? Can these guys get off the stage, buddy?
Admin
Why is
chat
there so,
leaks. Admin chat leaks. Oh my gosh.
why is there so many people? Okay, guys, don't yap. Shush. Get out, get out, get out. Okay. Thank you. I'll now proceed. Do we understand the terms? Do you guys need to like things? Because I will explain the off-class ads and numbers now. Are we good?
Type 1
Oh,
gang.
by what I mean by high value picks is Demo Man and Medic. Reason why they are high value is because Demo Man can control the entire map. He's the person that can deny choke points and lock them down and deal a shit ton of damage. And Medic can basically break stalemates because of his Uber charge. That's why he also provides heals. That's why those guys are high value picks. For Spy, I will discuss that right now. It's gonna be about off classing. So just in time. Off class or off classing, common off classes are engineer, heavy, and pyro for last defense. Sniper is usually used to break stalemates to get a high value pick such as Demoman or Medic. And spy for high value picks or backups. Spy is usually used as for backups, as I've seen, but it's also just the same for sniper. They can also get the Demoman or the Medic. Those guys are like the biggest picks you could get if you are playing spy. That's when spy is usually used. But I see spy more on backups than getting picks from what I've seen. But don't take my word as gospel. Do you have any questions about that, Caliber? Are we good? Okay. Let's now proceed to the roles. Let's go to scout. So if you didn't know, there's 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, 1 demoman, and 1 medic. They are 6 in total. So now, Scout. Let's explain Scout in a very basic and fundamental level first, so we understand what his role is in the team. That's why we gotta get over this. The Scout is an extremely powerful class with high mobility and high damage potential. He uses his scatter gun to deny enemy soldiers. That's mostly his main responsibility also. And scouts are also generally in charge of cleaning up after the team fights. So the main damage dealers of your team will be your soldiers and demo man. It's usually the scout's job to clean up after them because the enemy team has already taken a shit ton of damage from your soldiers or demo man, hopefully, and the scouts will be in charge of cleaning them up or killing them to secure that kill, basically. Do you have any questions about that or no?
Is it true we will
Yo,
have a quiz later?
It is not true. What the fuck? There's no quiz,
Why is
guys.
our
Chill.
teacher swearing? Or
My bad, guys, for my profanity. My bad. Sorry po.
I'm taking your spot.
Okay, I think we understand Scout. Let's move on to Pocket Scout. So, Pocket Scout, the Pocket Scout is usually the primary Uber target. Usually, when Uber is used, usually the demo gets flashed first. Then Scout usually takes most of that Uber. The Pocket Scout usually eats up most of that Uber. Correct me if I'm wrong. Other teachers? Teachers?
Oh, sorry. What was the question again?
Is it correct that this Pocket Scout takes like 60 to 65% of the Uber when used? Or most of
Um,
it? Um,
you'd want to heal your scout because you want to go there as fast as possible.
Thank you.
And usually when your demo bombs in, it's so that you can catch up to the demo and flash him again.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Melvin. Now proceeding. The
Caliber has a
role.
question.
Yes, yes, yes. Question po. What is your question? Will you send the PPT? Mm, probably. I will send it. Don't worry.
what's the
Okay.
point of the PPT when the guides in learner resources?
True. It's also in learner resources, by the way.
But anyway,
Bennett
for the
has a
visual
question.
learners, we
Bennett
should
has a
give them the
Er,
question.
PPTs.
yeah. For the visual
Is
learners, I will
loose
give you
cannon
the
is not
PPT.
banned in sixes,
Yeah. Yeah, it's not banned. It's not
but
banned.
you are losing a lot of potential
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah. That damage. Okay. Let's proceed.
Carrots, could you please elaborate on on that answer
Oh, wait, what do you
for
say?
What?
Before we proceed.
your response to Infra's question? It's a good question.
Oh, generally when the demo takes the gets the flash of the Uber, he want to jump in into the combo. Like even if he couldn't catch the combo, at least land on the side to properly secure it, so your team can at least safely enter from that side.
I see.
Alright.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah,
Carrots.
yeah.
I will now
Generally,
be.
yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah,
just
my bad, my
fucking
bad.
kill the combo, you know. Just kill the combo with it.
You're so
Like
right.
You're
yeah,
so
yeah.
right,
You
guys. It's
yeah,
shrimply that
yeah,
simple. It's
Vodlab has
that
a
yeah.
simple.
question.
Yes, Vodlub, what is your question?
He asked, "What's the best way to stay alive longer in sixes instead of staying with your team?"
I will be answering that in the questions and answers. I will be explaining the class rules first.
Only
I will.
clarifications.
I will only be asking clarifications. I will
You'll be
only be doing
asking,
that.
or
Not.
you be answering clarifications?
I'm stupid. Answering.
My teacher is stupid.
My teacher
Okay,
is
continue with this
stupid.
lesson.
Okay. Proceeding. The role of the Pocket Scout is being typo lol by the medic and to deny players from getting close to the combo, which consists of the medic and demo man. And they also build Uber during downtime, but this is a little more vague. I would like to clarify it's usually you build Uber when you're at a disadvantage. But if you do have the time to build, I don't think it's wrong. Correct me, Melvin. Is it bad to just build if you have the time for it?
Is it bad to build when you have that?
Like
No,
if
I
you have
mean,
yeah.
ideally you would want to get Uber as fast as possible.
Mhm. Okay.
But of course, if your team is busy fighting, then
You
you
build if
shouldn't.
you
Yeah.
build always try to build. Always try to build. Important.
Yeah.
Uh, all right.
The enemy team will also keep building. So you just
Okay.
keep building if you can.
All right. Thank you, teachers.
Could you
Okay.
explain how to properly build?
To
I
properly
think it's
build,
self-explanatory.
yeah, to for me to properly build is you get yourself below, you know scouts base HP is 125, correct? So what you want to do is just hit yourself with a Boston Basher and try to maintain that below 125 level. Try to maintain that. So your medic gets that increased healing and on your Uber charge.
Increased healing?
What's it called? What's it called? Forgot
Increased like
English.
Uber building, I guess.
Increased Uber building. I don't really know the proper term for it. What do you mean I go below zero with the Boston Basher? What do you mean, Bennett? Yeah.
Is this team Fortress 2? What's up, dogs?
But let me check these.
Let this power is not the
Is
parent.
it unideal for race pass? Yes, it is infra. To answer your question, it is unideal. It's they have to waste their ammo, and the scout just builds faster. So yes, it is unideal.
And it also doesn't use ammo.
Yeah, it doesn't use ammo. The scout just hits himself. Okay. Let's see the questions. Yeah, as Kurt says, it only happens in certain scenarios. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mashi, I think you're just complicating it. I think he just needs to know what's happening now, not the history of
Yeah.
sixes.
I mean,
Okay.
he asked, so I answered.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, I'll be proceeding
Continue.
so we don't take up too much of your time. Okay, I'll now show you a demo. I'll now show you guys a what the pocket scout does in a mid fight ish. You might see some paranormal aim, schizo aim. So I'm sorry. I will now. So take a listen to this. Pay attention. Look at the video. Look at the stream. I will be showing you guys the video. Look at the stream. Look at the stream. Look at the stream. Are y'all looking? Hey, there's no audio. GG, boys.
We hear it, we hear it.
Cinema?
What
Not
did I
gonna
just
lie.
watch?
What the fuck did I just watch? Okay. Takes
Schizophrenia.
schizo aim. What the fuck are we shooting at? I'll show you. I'll explain what the video is sharing to us.
Is that two demos? What?
That's just a demo.
Could you go back? Wait, wait.
Well, there's no two demos. It's just three people here. Wait, why can't I go back? GG, guys. We can't go back.
There's no trill chat. Bruh.
There's no two demos.
Oh, I'm schizo.
Oh, you're schizo.
I'm actually seeing demo man
So-
in my dreams.
This is a big important thing on Pocket Scout because if you didn't know, Pocket Scout usually tends to be the main caller. And the thing about being Pocket Scout is you can kind of see everything in the map. You can basically see everything. So it's also good for the Pocket Scout to take height almost immediately. That's why I went on top of the rock, as you can see in the video. So this is to gather info on where the enemy combo is and where they will be positioned and where they are going. So the Pocket Scout can relay that information to his team, and the team can support him on that fight. And also, a big thing, since Scout has that double jump, Scout double jumps to take height and take better positioning. Did we get that? Or nah? Did we get that? Type 1, if you get that. Type 1.
Sir, yes, sir.
We're banning Spoofy, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. One. Okay. Let's proceed to the flank scout. So, the flank scout's job, as the name suggests, he watches the flanks. Aside from watching the flank, he also pressures and attacks the flanks, gives information from the other side of the map. Most important thing, here, he bold the text, captures the control points. That is probably your biggest job yet. You gotta capture that control point. So if your main combo is gonna push forwards, don't forget to cap because that is your responsibility as the flank scout. So don't forget to cap the point. Aside from capping the point, it is also your job to support the soldiers during a bomb or sack. But this is also applicable to pocket scout, not just flank scout, but also applicable to pocket scout. And both of the scouts, to expand on this, it says end off class to defend last. To expand more on that, both of the scouts usually tend to be the off classes on last. So they usually off class like NG, heavy, pyro, and so on. They're usually the guys who off class because if soldiers are the one to off class, you lose all that spam basically because of soldiers' ability to spam or to do splash damage. That's why it's usually the flank scouts and the pocket scout or the scouts in general to be doing the off classing. Do we get that? Type 1 boys, type 1. Zero. What the hell?
Yo, let's ban the guy that's at 0. Thoughts?
Yeah, true. We should kick Rowland.
Bye bye, buddy. I
Okay.
think continue.
Yeah, proceed. I'll show you guys the demo. Another schizo aim. Holy. Paranormal aim.
Wait, who's that behind you?
What do you mean who's behind me? There's nothing. There's no
Like
one.
IRL.
GG. It's me. Anyways. So, to break this down, first, usually you get buffs here, but the medic didn't buff. Unlucky. Let's just pretend the medic buffed you. GG. So instead of watching where the combo is looking, you watch the opposite side of the map where the combo is not looking. Yes? Carrots? My bad. You were. Do you want something?
Hola, don't
Wait.
play in
I'm
IT,
ready.
he
Okay,
says.
stay clean in the chat.
Hola. Don't play in IT.
Or at least I don't think you should be playing like lower. I don't know.
Lower.
Yes, yes.
Lower
Where
IT?
should the scout should be positioned on upper IT? Is that what you mean, or just don't play in IT in general?
Mr. Carrots.
Get it?
Don't play in IT.
Play lower on second watching IT.
Looks like our
Yes, yes, yes.
oh,
We
watch
watch
IT, don't go in it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wait. Vodlove knows.
Vodlove knows.
And Mr. Blob
Holy.
doesn't. Get Vodlove here right now. He will
I'm
be
out,
our new
guys.
teacher.
Fire me. I'm not qualified as your teacher. GG, guys. My bad.
You got
I'm
dipped by
gone.
Vodlove in your own lesson.
Anyways, so this honestly, where I pause the video, this is what this flank scout should just be doing. But I did keep in mind in the video when I
Exactly.
did go deep, I did not cross this area, the ramp.
Carrot said you can play in IT if you have overheals. So yeah, you should
Yeah.
definitely get a buff.
Yeah, just
It
pretend I
depends on
got
the
buffs there.
situation.
Depends
If
on
you're
the
going to
situ-
push out, you'd wanna. But if you're just like playing
Yeah.
defaults, you're just watching outside.
Yeah. Usually this is the default. Just scout peeking because the scout has this whole as long sight line.
And plus, if you fight a soldier inside there, you're like
Yeah,
a
you're
free
cooked.
kill.
You're cooked. But what I'm just doing is maybe you're more aggressive on this. You might do a push or whatnot.
Can I also add, like,
Wait.
preferably you don't push out there alone
Yeah, you don't push out.
because you can get destroyed by like a
Yeah.
random soldier and a scout popping
Yeah,
popping
you
out
can
of
get
You,
nowhere.
you
ISO'd.
generally wait for your combos calls if it's safe for you to push out.
Yes.
Yeah, and
exactly.
if you really want to fight it, I guess ask
Okay,
like
let me.
a soldier.
What is Dapper saying? What happens to the med when flank scout doesn't watch flank?
He drops.
The medic dies. The combo dies. That's why you gotta
Can you
watch
play an
the
explosion
flank.
sound effect, please?
My bad. I need the vine boom. One sec. I can't play the vine boom here.
It's
What the
fine. It's
hell?
fine.
This is
Later,
minus
later.
rep.
Continue with the lesson, Mr.
Okay.
Blob.
Let's now move on to soldier. Yippee! Soldier. As a soldier, they are capable of dealing splash damage at all ranges. Rocket Jump also offer a ton of mobility, so take advantage of high grounds and spam enemy choke points. So as soldier, you're the guy taking height, being very extremely mobile around the map, and taking space and spamming choke points. You're the guy to slow the game down and also securing choke points, aside from just demo, man.
How about taking space?
And also taking space, the biggest thing probably I would say.
Why is it not mentioned?
What I will be mentioning that, Melvin in the pocket and the roamer. This is just like explaining soldier in the fundamental level. Okay?
Ah, gets po. You didn't show me the PowerPoint. I can't. I don't know what you're trying to do here.
Chill, chill, chill. Let's now
Continue.
move on to pocket soldier. Pocket soldier, their job is to support the combo while also assisting the roamer soldier, with taking space and bombing. Your job is to take space, height, bomb points, or important targets. A key thing to remember here, taking space. Just because what the I cannot show a visual graphics of flank seeking. You just have to imagine it. My bad. I can't. I can't. You just gotta imagine. Okay, Newt, how do you know when to spam and how do you spam properly? Honestly, to spam, you just wanna shoot where you gotta listen to calls. I won't really be getting into touch in communication today because we're not explaining communication that much today. But to know when to spam is you need to listen to calls. By the way,
Basically, it's just to like slow them down when
yeah,
spamming. Like it's so that they can't get in through free for free.
yeah, you
If your demo
just
isn't doing his job, apparently.
yeah. If your demon's not doing his job, but it's easy to slow things down. Or for example, if you've secured a choke point, it's your job to just spam that choke point so that nobody can leak through.
Yeah,
Because
30
Soldier is
damage
really strong at
rockets
that. Yeah.
really add up.
Mm-hmm. Soldier is a beast on that, securing choke points.
Are you spamming only when it's safe? Infra ask.
No. I sometimes you just gotta die, even if you're pocket soldier or roamer soldier. Sometimes you gotta slow things down so that your team can just get back in the fight. You know, there are certain situations for that. So it's very situational, I would say.
Everything
To
is,
answer,
buddy.
everything is situational.
Continue with the lesson, please.
Okay, I will show you guys the demo. Honestly, this is a little scuffed. Ask buffs for your medic. Take space. You're the guy to take space first. So you do that. You do a little bit of spamming. Lol.
Yo,
Lol. You shouldn't be eating this many rocket, by the way. I didn't have any players, so don't do this.
I think you
Shoot
should
where
check
they
for
come.
traps.
You check
Like,
for traps.
yeah, when you
Yes.
jump in, like do a 180 and like check for
Yeah.
traps and where they
But
are.
hmm but it's but I'm just showing here. What I'm just the mostly the demo is showing is taking space is what I'm trying to convey here the most. It's your job to take space. I didn't know Soldier had 12 rockets. Crazy, right? Okay. Do we get the pocket soldier? Cause I'll move on to roamer.
Type 1, type 1.
Type 1, type 1. Type 1.
How about type shit?
Shit.
Can we type
Two.
shit?
We're banning this kid.
What are we banning?
Spoofy.
Actually, though,
Any clarifications before we proceed to roamer?
wait, Vodlab has a question. Is it true that flanks should cover for the combo once the combo died?
Babe, let me check his question. Hmm. Let me read. Is it true that the flanks should cover the combo once the combo died? Honestly, if your combo is dead, I would just back out and leave. Because if you get caught in watching the flanks and their whole combo, their entire team is pushing you, since they've gained that numbers advantage, you're kind of cooked. So
What if it's even
ideally,
numbers?
yeah, if it's even numbers, you should just hold it. Honestly, you can hold that. You should just watch the flanks because to avoid leaks. But since your combo is not like watching the main like the main choke, you should probably leave one guy also in choke to watch that to just relay information, you know, and try to slow down the enemy team from pushing, from
So
advancing.
smart.
Okay, are we good now? Does that answer your question,
Can we move
Vodlob?
on?
Okay,
Yep.
let's move on. Move on to Roamer. Similar to the Pocket Soldier, except you spend most of your time away from the combo, watching flanks. So this guy is similar to the flank scout and giving information from the other side of the map, coordinating bombs with your team and Pocket Soldier, taking space and maximizing damage to the enemy team. So in the current meta, both soldiers usually run gunboats now. They don't run shotgun.
यहाँ पे दो रूम में हाँ
So if you didn't know, soldiers can interchange.
मेरी कॉल
It's
चल
just
रही है
it's for pocket and roamer. What I mean by interchange, they can basically swap in certain situations.
अच्छा
So roamer can become pocket, pocket become roamer. That's what I mean by interchange.
पता नहीं देखता हूँ कॉल चल रही है
Do we get that? Or do you have any more clarifications? I
Type
will
one.
be.
थैंक यू
Is it the same for Scout? Igo says or
Yes,
asks.
it is the same for scout. Exactly.
Cross has
You're
a
correct.
question.
But that usually only happens when the Pocket Scout dies.
Yeah. But they also a more situational thing that happens when the flank scout and pocket scout swaps is, for example, the pocket scout is already in a good position to cap the point and the flank scout is already leading with the combo. At that point, just swap roles for a sec and let them lead. So the pocket scout will cap the point because he's already at a convenient spot to cap the point and the flank scout is already with the combo. So at that point, just let him become the pocket scout in that moment to not waste any more time. Okay. When to swap roamer and solly, a good rule of thumb is, for example, this is the most basic one. If your pocket soldier dies, you're basically the pocket soldier. So you're with them generally with the main combo now, but you should play a little more passively. You can still play like a roamer, but you should stick with your combo one since you just lost that other soldier. Yeah. Yeah, shotguns aren't used anymore because mobility mobility is just much better.
Plus what you said about uh roles interchanging. So
Yeah,
if you're a
roles
roamer,
interchanging.
so like maybe you could cover for your roamer and just
Yeah,
jump in easily. You can't jump
yeah,
that easily with a when you have a shotgun.
yeah. Gunboats is just king. Gunboats is just king.
I think we move on to the
हाय
lesson.
All right, let's move on. Let's show you guys a demo. Melvin.
Get so bomb.
हाय चल
Schizo bomb. Ask buffs from your medic. You go to the flank.
My
Your
flank is
combo
not
make
watching.
your combo is watching the choke, spamming choke, distracting. You bomb, and you get a vital pick. That's where the roamer soldier usually shines.
And also
You
this is
get
a consequence of not watching the flanks.
yeah, consequence of not watching the flanks. Also, this is a consequence. So as you can see, I just walked into that. I just walked into IT for free. Nobody was watching flanks, and I just got in for free. See, nobody watching flanks. The enemy team is distracted by my combo in the choke. So this is also to answer your question on when do I bomb. This is a good example. They are distracted. They are clueless. And then I bomb in to just like secure that kill and get that vital pick. Do you have any questions? Wait, let me check the chat for a sec. And double bombs are so strong. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
Lumi asked about fading. Can I
Fading,
get a low
exactly.
taper fade, please?
Yeah. Fading is not smoking, by the way, or getting a low taper fade. I would like to clarify that. It is not getting faded. Not smoking, by the way. Not smoking. That's crazy.
Can we play the Alan
So,
Walker song?
stop. Okay, what fading is doing a rocket jump, but turning away, doing a U-turn. To give it to explain it in very simple terms, you're basically doing a rocket jump, then turning away. Instead of committing to the fight, you back out. You just do a turn. Fading is usually done. Yes, it's a bait jump. Exactly.
It's done to draw eyes.
Yeah, it's
And
drawn
to
to
set
the
up so that your
eyes.
second soldier can bomb in.
Yeah,
And when he does that, it's also a setup for you to
yeah,
bomb in. Again,
exactly.
could be.
Yeah, as Mashi said, he explained it very well. It's a distraction play. It's so that aside from your roamer that can bomb in after you've done the fade because you've drawn ice, your team can also use that fade as an advantage because most of them are looking at you. Your team can advance now to take that ground because they're looking at the guy doing a fade.
The barber.
Not a low taper fade, guys, okay? Okay, let's now proceed to demo man. Melvin, I think you have a lot to share here since you're
I
aren't
I
you a
don't want to
demo
talk.
you're a demonstration. You're a demonstration man.
I'm gonna blow your house up, buddy.
Let's proceed to demo man. The demo man has the highest damage output of any class in the game. Your primary weapon is your sticky launcher, but it's you can also honestly to maximize damage, you should also use your grenade launcher, by the way. But
Interchange
it's
them.
yeah, interchange them. Which you should use. The sticky launcher is used to deny important parts of the map, either through spam or traps. The demo man's job is to deny chokes, height, health packs, and make it just make it difficult for the enemy team to move around. Your job is to do area denial. That's what the class was made for. Would you
Yo,
like to
Mashi, is
add
this true?
anything?
Mashi, is this true?
Wait, what is
Wait, can I see
this?
the
Yes.
PowerPoint again?
Mm-hmm. What? What? Do we go back to soldier?
Night jokes, height. Uh, okay, sounds right. I think.
Would you like to add anything, Melvin, as a fellow demonstration main?
I think you explained the core role very well.
Okay. So I'll now show the demo for the demo man. The demo man charge ups his sticky to do spam, denies height, as you can see here from the trailers, advances forwards, spams enemy choke points, helps your soldier on spamming, denies that choke point, and now we do the traps to secure this control point for us. That's what the demo man does. He deals
You're not
damage.
hitting anyone with the stickies.
Schizo aim. Just pretend there's gonna be a soldier doing a fast
Uh,
rollout.
sometimes you'll want to
Goofy.
like intentionally put like really bad traps so that they could just like waste their time shooting at the stickies. And while
True.
that happens, like your soldier just spam them.
Mm-hmm. True. Do we understand demo man? Press one, boys. Type one. Press? Type? Question mark? Alright. Let's now proceed to medic, which is I would say one of, or if not the most important class in the game. The medic. The medic is the class that determines whether to push or hold. The Uber essentially acts as an ultimate ability and is used to contest objectives. It is your job to provide heals to your team from a safe distance, as well as communicate them information about the Uber status, whether it's add, disadd, or even. You use your medigun to beam your teammates that are in fights, and use your arrows to heal players that are out of combat. By out of combat, it means the players that are low and are not actively participating in the fight due to their health. To expand on this, what add and disadd and even means, Uber
You weren't listening earlier.
advantage. Did I explain it well earlier,
It
or
was
does
okay.
it was? It was. Am I crazy?
I think
Am I
you explained
schizo?
it.
Did I explain it?
You explained it in the
Hihihiha, hihihiha.
terminologies.
I'm
But if you
losing. I'm losing memory, guys. I'm a
Not
nonk.
only do you call out at the side or Uber, you should also call out the exact percentage.
Yeah,
preferably, yeah. But if you don't know,
preferably.
then like, ooh,
Yeah. Just saying it. As long
you
as you just relay that info, what the Uber
at
status
some
are.
point we will make a medic guide. Is this true?
I don't. I'm
Medic.
not. I'm not an
I,
expert in
I
that,
We can
so I
ask
will ask
Scarly or
help.
something.
ideally we'll have one like base guide written by someone who knows what they're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully.
Me. Trust me. Vodlab
For
asks, what are
each
the things you should
role.
call out as medic?
Okay, as medic, you're not just a silent person. You're not there to not say anything. You're basically just like the scout. You can see everything in the map. So it's important to relay that information to your team, especially calling focus fires. Because since you're not tunnel visioned on any fights, you can see basically much everything. You should call out focus fires on whoever is isolated and listen to your team's calls and follow up on them. So for example, if your demo man just said, "Yo, this guy just took 150. The soldier just took 150." You can relate to your team. If nobody heard that in your team, you can say to your team, "Yo, guys, demo man just took 150. Can somebody follow up on that?" That's like an example.
We have an example?
I do not. I'm kidding. I will now show you the medic rollout. Gamers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Play it.
Medic rollout.
Everyone, medic players need to watch this right
Medic
now.
players, you gotta look at this. Why is this video so bad looking? It got compressed for some reason. GG. It's okay.
It's very important
One.
you know the heal order here.
So I will slowly explain it on how the healing order should be. No scouts. GG. Okay. Let's explain what the hell just happened. Let's go back. So, for the medic healing order, we need to. Okay. For the medic healing order, to the new medic mains out there, or to the people that want to try out medic in sixes, this is how the healing order should be. First, you fully buff your demo to 260. Whoopsie. You fully buff your demo to 260 until he's still at the door. Once he's out of range, you immediately buff your soldier that is not performing any rocket jumps in spawn, which is gonna be the roamer. So this guy over here, this guy that is doing rocket jumps inside of swamp, you should not heal him. Reason why you should not heal him, he's gonna use the escape plan to roll out. The only time you will heal him is when you guys reach choke. When you guys reach choke, that's where you should arrow him and give him buffs. Aside from that, you give your soldier full
Your
300
roamer.
buffs. Your roamer, sorry. Your roamer. And then you immediately heal your scouts so you're fast. You get that healing speed. You can also give your roamer soldier, when he's gonna do this process rollout over here, just some buffs if he's not that fast. And then your soldier, your pocket soldier, is waiting for the arrow. You arrow him, give him buffs, and now you beam your scouts. Specifically your pocket scout. And then you heal back to your demo since he just did his rollout, but usually he takes the pack. But
Some
you should
maps
still
don't have
give him over.
packs.
Some maps don't have packs, so you
Usually in
should.
those cases, either arrowed him or just
Yeah.
heal him.
Now, and this is what I mean by good. The medic can see everything basically. So if we play this back one more time, one sec. I can't skip it. My bad, guys. We gotta go to the whole thing. GG. So I'll show you what I mean by the medic sees
Uh,
everything.
Heal order doesn't never changes. This is always the heal order.
Yeah, this is always a healing order.
What
If you
happens
ask
if
me.
the medic gets tunnel vision?
It's
Okay,
cooked.
Carrot said heal order changes.
What do you mean
But
by? Oh, it does. Does it
me when double
like
roamer.
I think there are some
you
myths
and
where you have to
rogue?
arrow the demo. I think Sunshine.
But I think that's a bit too advanced, or I think it's
Yeah.
No,
unnecessary for
they should
now.
know that.
This
Okay.
is learners. It's too much information for them.
Okay.
Like let them know the fundamentals first.
Yeah. Generally,
Uh,
once you do reach the choke, you arrow your demo and then give him buffs if you can. If you're in the position to be able to give them buffs, you should buff. And then you go back to your pocket scout. And then just shift through the heals.
There's an
So
iPhone video. We should show them the iPhone video of the like heal order or
yeah,
whatever.
it's like I need like a YouTube video for that. Can somebody link me because I don't know his YouTube channel by the way.
I'll
This
try.
is it's a different name. But this is what I mean by medic can see everything. Like right here. He can see left, he can see right, he can see everything. So if a soldier's bombing him, the medic can relay that information. It can relay that information. Not even if the soldier's not bombing him, the medic can relay that information to his team. Okay, yo, there's a soldier bombing, or there's a soldier on right. Someone's isolated right. Someone's on the roof. Someone's on the height. Yeah, that's what I mean by medic can see pretty much everything, or mostly everything at least. Do you have any questions on medic? Oh yeah, also healing order changes in Koth if you didn't know. In Koth, since both teams, there's not really like a wait. Can you explain Melvin on like
Oh, what?
Koth,
Sorry.
the healing order in Koth because it's different.
I don't know.
Ah,
I don't play enough
man,
CoF. Plus,
what
I
the
only play
heck?
demo. I don't play
GG,
soldier.
this guy. Usually the soldiers don't do any pocket rollouts in Koth because you don't want to screw up the crit heals and the Uber because you don't want to get into a disad at the first mid.
Guys, by the way, never listen to Spoofy. Never listen to whatever he says. Never
Yeah.
trust him.
True.
And when he
Agreed. Agreed.
says,
Agreed.
when he says something, do not hear him out, even if he's lying.
True, bruh. Don't listen to him, guys. Lol. Okay. Do you have any clarifications? Any questions before we go to our Q&A?
Okay,
Oh,
Scarly said something about
Scarly, my goat.
Div
Thank
1
you.
medic.
Div 1 medic, thank you. Heal your demo and then buff your soldiers while going to mid. Then keep your beams on your scout, mostly on Koth. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Are we good now, y'all? As I will be proceeding to our Q&A. This is where you can speak on stage.
Me.
Q&A. I'll go for the Q&A.
Mr. Newt Ellie.
Okay, I'll pause the recording. Yes, Newt Ellie. I generally suck at medic arrow aim. What would you advise to utilize the arrow to its full potential? Honestly, for me, on how I got better on arrows, I watch you should abuse the arrow as much as you can, if as long as you hit your shots. But to my thing that I did to practice my arrows was just going to pubs and just watching um who's the like goated medic mains in YouTube right now? It's not it's
Does LOL
aside
guy
from
have a video, like
no.
videos?
It's like
I
it's a
think Weeb
pubber.
Whacker.
It's a pubber guy too. It's like Array 7 or some shit. Oh, Theory
Theory
Y,
Y.
Theory Y. Aside from Array 7 is like much
Why is
older.
Spoofy here? Why
Theory
is
Y is
Spoofy
really
here?
good.
What the fuck? Why did I get the mic?
Get out, please. There we go.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Yeah, Theory Y. I learned my medic crossbow from Theory Y. Really good guy. Really nice videos. Good in-depth videos. I highly
Also, when
recommend
should
Theory
I
Y.
arrow? When should I beam?
Okay. When should you beam and when should you? Honestly, I'm not much of an expert in medic, so Don't
Your
take my
beams are
words
for
as
people
gospel.
who are in the fight, and for
Yes.
people who want to jump in, like initiate a bomb. And
Yes.
your arrows are for people who are standing still,
Yeah.
waiting for an arrow.
Yeah. Generally for me, I beam the people that are currently in the fight. You can also, by the way, that doesn't mean you can't use your arrow in the midst of a fight. You can, as long as you just hit that shot. If you can't hit that shot, I mean, if that guy, if your teammate, if your scout is getting focus fired, and if you miss that arrow,
He dies.
GG, he dies. That's also the importance of getting better at using the arrows. I highly
Also,
recommend pubs. They're really good for training your
I just
arrows.
wanna mention like preferably you only arrow when it's like the the person you're trying to heal has like less than like what 75 HP.
Yeah, less half of their health basically. Or like, for example, if you're a soldier, I think this is also what I do. Is yes, as Carly said, don't pull out your arrow when a soldier bombs you. So my basis is like for arrows. Is that like let me think what my process is. It's kind of scuffed. Wait, let me check the chat. Wait one sec. What is this? Wait, somebody asked a question. Aigo. Are there any restrictions on class changes? Melvin, care to
Sorry, what was the question
share?
again? Wait,
Aigo
who asked
said,
this?
Aigo said, are there any restrictions on class changes?
Class changes? Wait, I don't get the question.
Would you care to explain more?
Are there
I think he means, is there like a certain limit maybe on swapping classes or something? Maybe.
I mean preferably it's the scouts because you don't wanna and uh you don't really wanna lose that
Ah,
like that bombing potential, I guess. I don't know. The spam as well from soldiers and never off class as demo or medic.
yeah. As he said,
Plus there's
never off
also like
class.
class limits, like you can only have like one
Yeah,
heavy, one NG, one
yeah,
sniper at the time, yeah.
yeah.
Then
Pretty much
someone
what he
asked
said.
Scottish Resistance, never use that thing. You
Never use that
literally
thing.
it's
Never use that
stickies are your
thing.
main damage and you're losing out on spam.
GG. No use that thing. Guys, again, a general rule of thumb. Usually the stock weapons in TF2 are usually the best. Just saying. They
Yeah.
tend to be the best guns in the game. The stock weapons, the default weapons that you get.
Gentle reminder to only take advice from Carrot Scarly. I don't know about this Dapper guy. Humble and the speakers, yes. I don't trust Dapper. How
Yo,
do you off-class
Melvin, fuck
demo
you.
med if they capped at one? Wait, what? Off-class demo slash med if they are... You
What?
don't off-class. You don't
You
off-class
don't
the
off
demo.
class.
You never.
You don't. You never. You never.
It's
You
only
never
the
do.
scouts and sometimes soldier.
Okay. The
Quickie
reason
launcher,
why?
it's... Oh, wait, okay, you continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dapper,
Yeah.
I mean, you
Okay.
continue.
So the reason why you never want to off class as demo and med, you want to preserve your Uber charge. That's why you never off class as medic. You have to heal your teammates and get that Uber charge. Demo is incredibly vital for holding and pushing because of that sticky launcher he has. Denying chokes, dealing damage. That's why demo should never, ever trade dot off and swap to something else. It's usually the scouts, as Melvin says. It's usually the scout's job to do off classing. Okay, you may now proceed, Melvin. I cut you off.
Never mind. I
Okay.
already answered the question in chat. General tip as scout.
A scout. Honestly, for me,
Play high ground.
play high
Period.
ground.
And
Period.
actually for flank scout, something I just learned recently is like wherever your combo's shooting, like go to the side a bit and then like shoot them at like an off angle,
Yeah.
so that they have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
shoot at
yeah, yeah.
two different directions at once.
Yeah, exactly. What he said.
If you're playing like flank scout, don't
Yeah.
try to fight on your own. Try to like make the
Okay,
fight
one
disadvantages
sec.
for the enemies.
Okay, one sec. Newt has a question. I find the medic role very overwhelming. I can't seem to know what to look at the screen, and by the time I realize it, I am out of position. What would be your best advice against this? Honestly, if you're still new, it is gonna be overwhelming at the start. We cannot get over that. Like we can't fix that overnight. But usually, if you wanna focus at one thing at a time, you should focus on your combo mostly. You should focus on your combo and look. You should tend to look up more to see that is there anybody bombing you, and also to see everything in the map. So, for example, if your scout for some reason didn't check that somebody was leaking or was not holding the flanks, somebody could just leak, but in turn you were prepared for that situation to happen and act accordingly and not die to stupid things like that.
That's true.
Yeah. So just honestly for now, if you're still new, I would recommend is just play with your combo. Listen to their calls. If you don't have that much experience yet, you should listen to their calls, trust them, and yeah.
Also, if your team says use, please press right click if you have 100%.
Yeah. Yes. Use.
I have trauma from that. Not
So
mentioning any names.
I have a general tip of advice here. If even if you guys, if even if your whole team does the wrong thing, what matters is you guys are on the same page. That's what matters. Honestly, for me,
That's true.
as long as you guys are
Alright.
on the same page, you don't have like anything against on your ideas. Like you guys, we're gonna do this, and your whole team says, "Okay, gotcha," even if it's
That's
wrong or right.
yeah. That's why you have a main caller so that only like there's only
Yeah,
one plan.
yeah,
If you have like everyone's a main caller, then
yeah.
you're just mixing a bunch of things and like you guys are uncoordinated.
Okay.
What's the best thing to
Cross.
do when aim is shit as Solly? Try to trade for a pick or stay with team?
Mm, let me read this question again. What is the best thing to do when aim is shit as solid? Okay, when your shit, your aim is basically bad.
MGE buddy.
Yeah, honestly, you do MGE or you do like warm ups before you start your game. Like maybe like do TR rocket shooting or TR walkway.
Grenade launcher or her iron bomber in mid fight? Stickies, buddy.
Stickies, buddy. But you should have a healthy swapping between your primary and your secondary as the man to maximize that damage potential, you know? You shouldn't just like fully rely on your sickies all the time, but it's usually the sickies that's doing the most of the work. But I'm just saying that you should have a healthy management between your primary and your secondary as demo
Uh,
man.
yes, lock and load is being used.
Yeah, lock and load is
It's
being
pretty good
used.
if you're snoob like Dapper.
True. Okay, Cross said when to switch to your pipes decide your sickies having no ammo or sickies left. If you want, as I've
You can
gotten
like
this good,
combo them,
yeah, comboing, or
like switching between them. Like something I do is I put stickies, and if they're not on the sticky anymore, I just like try to shoot pipes on them, and if I miss the pipe, maybe they'll go back to the sticky. Kaboom!
yeah. And
And
Dapper said,
yes,
you yeah, Dapper said,
you
reload
should
your
really reload.
stickies. Reload, please. Reload. That's why you
Something
shouldn't
my
empty your full clip.
yeah, that's why
You-
my Prophet Muhammad Habib has mentioned like try to keep like what like two stickies at least, though it's a bit
Mhm.
hard even for me.
Mhm. Yeah. You should generally have a healthy, not only swapping between your primary and secondary, have a healthy management of ammo as demo man. Most common mistakes, as I see on new demo mans, they empty their whole entire clip and they get caught and they die because they're slow and they don't reload. GG. But yeah,
How to ammo manage
question.
stickies? I've never experienced it in casuals, but it happens often in sixes.
I see.
Um,
Honestly, for me, I just keep track of my ammo count, but also aside from keeping track of the most obvious thing, I should see what's happening in the fight. You know, that's where like the situation
How to
Depends, you know.
practice sixes by yourself. Wait.
Jesus,
Oh my god.
we
That's really the
can't.
funniest thing. I'm so sorry.
We cannot. You can't practice sixes by yourself, buddy. I'm sorry.
How to
I mean,
manage? I'm a manage stick.
honestly, okay, maybe I can help you. Watching better players, especially pro players. Watch them. Watch their VODs. Watch their demo reviews. Watch how they play. If that's what you mean.
Watch Grand Finals games.
Yeah, watch GM games, but just watch like POVs on better players. That's how I learned also by watching better
You're a
players.
learner? I never knew that.
Oh, dude, I'm a learner, dude. Yeah, this is what Demando said. Yeah, you can practice your rollouts, watch your own games, if that's what you mean.
Switching to Iron Bomber after every one or two stickies I shoot.
Honestly, I don't have like
Personally,
a
I don't really.
I don't
I
have
don't
a
do that.
timing. Yeah, I don't have a
Yeah,
timing by the way. I don't have a
whenever it just
timing.
feels right
Yeah,
for me.
whatever what's happening in front of you, that's when it's like we said previously. It's situational. What
And I
happens,
guess
it
if I
depends
could
on what
put it in
happens.
words, it's like when you know you won't get rushed, or you
Yeah.
can slow the game down, you can use stickies. But if you're getting rushed, the only option you really have is like pipes
Yeah.
because stickies can't really be fast enough for that. But it really
Mm-hmm.
depends on the situation, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm not gonna demo review myself. I never. What made you
Bennett asked
assume that? Hello.
how to deal with soldier, I'm assuming, as scout and vice versa. So scout, you
Honestly,
literally just take high ground.
yeah, you
Meat
take
shot
height,
them.
meat shot. You slow them down. Even if you don't get that meat shot, by just shooting like a 40 damage shot or them on 60, that's huge. They will slow
Yeah,
down.
they will still be denied.
Okay.
And then he
Yeah.
says vice versa. So how do you deal with scout as soldier?
Honestly, just that's what as we said before, taking height all the time. Because
You should not jump the scout though. You're gonna get destroyed. Like
yeah,
try to take another like
yeah,
area of
don't
height.
jump. Yeah, don't jump the scout. If the scout has the height, honestly, you just respect it and try to back off from the fight, unless you have help. If it's a 2v1, you should take that fight. But if it's like a 1v1 against a scout, especially if it's a scout that is really good or better than you should just respect that and leave.
Yeah, you gotta fear sometimes.
You just gotta fear sometimes because if the scout has better
Combos.
positioning than you, you're cooked.
Never bomb cord. That is
Bomb
also
cord,
true.
guys. Bomb cord.
That's called feeding, buddy.
Okay, okay. Newt asked, I am genuinely in the same boat. I have no access to stable internet. Ah, okay. I see. Yeah. Withered rose. Unlucky.
Peak lag used to simulate your actual ping in
Honestly,
offline. Wait, that's actually genius.
Spoofy, I'm not giving you the right to speak.
Yo, I should really be like a mod. Thoughts?
Nah, you shouldn't.
No, please.
Maybe like a hoster, but I don't really need that.
True.
Okay. Wait, what are these? What are these questions? Though to be honest, is kills over winning. Oh, casual. Okay. I was gonna say. I'd rather you do the objective than getting kills. Okay, but it's casual.
Also, are
Yeah.
we gonna mention anything about map callouts?
Yeah, map callouts. Honestly,
Learn them
I
yourself,
c-
buddy. Up to
learn them
you.
yourself, but if I have the time, I think right now, I'll try to do it right now. It's mostly to the people that don't know.
Honestly, I think just like making like a proper visual would be better.
True. I'll just do callouts.tf. It's just really reliable.
Please do not put the server of Pibs or whatever you call it.
Stop this
Do
shit.
not put this in classroom. Go to
Guys,
learner chat.
learner
Hello?
chat. What the fuck?
Can you delete
What
that
is this?
message? Thank you very much.
What is this guy doing?
Go to learner chat.
What
Ping
the
them if you want to talk to them, please.
Dude, this guy. Pastime addict. GG. Okay, I can try to teach you guys on rollouts. I'll change my stream right
Which
now.
one, soldier or demo?
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, map callouts, they'll be
Bum
really
bum
hard
bum
to like
bum.
say,
Thank you for
especially if you're new.
listening.
I remember having that like trouble because I was trying to call out
Callouts.
damage and I didn't know where they were, so like I had to think. They are on a they took 80 at a choke. But eventually, if you just keep playing, honestly, you'll get
Yeah.
used to it.
Honestly, where who asked it? Where was it?
Please do not
Oh,
listen to Dapper.
Infra said, "Is there a jump map for rollouts?" There is, but honestly, my recommendation for you is just to play the real maps and learn the rollouts instead of playing the map purposely built for that. Because there's only like two maps I know that are like for actual rollouts, that are for training for rollouts, and they're not that helpful because they're only
Bodlab has
certain
a question.
maps
I have a genuine question. How do you keep your consistency in winning games? You can't. You
you
do not
cannot.
control the game.
You do not control the game, especially in like pugs in a pug environment.
Yeah.
You cannot control that.
The only way you can control that is if you're better than everyone else.
Honestly, my mindset on just on playing sixes in general is just do your job. Don't care about
That's
DPM.
true.
I don't give a shit
Yeah,
about that.
Dapper, let's if you're not doing 400 DPM, you're like bad, like really bad. Only you, Dapper.
This only applies to Dapper.
Yeah, if you're not doing 400 DPM.
Okay. I think we should. Do we all know the process rollouts? Because I'll like skip over process if you already guys know. Just type one if you know process rollouts already. I mean process callouts, not rollouts. I mean callouts. Just type one because I will proceed to like maybe snake water or something.
Why are pugs called pugs? Because it's pickup games. PUG. Pick up game.
Okay. All right. Are we typing one? Okay, we know the callouts. Okay. Let's just go to snake water. Does that sound good? Can anybody type three if you're down for snake water?
Me when there's slow what do you call it? Slow mode and I can't type 3.
Wait, how long is the slow mode?
1 minute.
Wait, actually? What the
Yes, it is, it is.
Wait, can we put that as like
Make it like 20 seconds or
20 seconds?
10.
Can we make it 20? That's a little too long.
10? 15.
I'm fine with 10. 10 is fine.
At mods, I think this is why you should give me mod.
Mods? Can we get a 10-second cooldown instead of a minute? I think that's a little too much of too much of an overkill.
That's called like server muting spoofy. Like make him shut up, please.
Okay, 10 seconds cooldown.
Oh my gosh, Miss Carly is here. Late to class. Oh my goodness. You reacted but joined now? Minus rep buddy.
Okay. Let's go on to snake water. I'll just use call us a TF.
Blub DM.
Yes. Someone's getting promoted. Er. Okay. I'll share my screen for the callouts. Boom, boom. Okay. I will now share the screen. Yep, I will stream. Let's go.
Wait, where'd you get that? Wait, what?
This is callouts.tf, bro.
That's
Shit.
a thing? I have never known that.
My god, this guy.
I learned it manually. I'm an OG, bro.
Vadi. Anyways, general terms. Left, right. This is the spawn area, by the way. We didn't know. So this is spawn. Drop down. Shutter. This is lower over here. And this is the entire thing is last. Point, right, and roof. Do we get that?
Next slide, please.
Next slide po. Next, lower. Stairs, but we can still refer this to this as lower. We can be more specific though in certain situations. Ramp, train,
You can call
point,
it logs.
shack, or logs. Bats, this is bats over here. Fence, but I can also refer to this like just bats. But you can, if you want to be more specific, if somebody's actually on the fence, you can just say on the fence. Forward spawn and shack. And wait, this is actually called awning.
I've never seen
I've
that.
never
I've never
heard.
used like
I've
I
never.
usually just
I
say
call it
above lower.
awning. I
Okay,
call it
okay.
awning.
Awning.
I just say like, oh, it's above.
Near awning, there's like a window here, which is referred to as window. I think we're gonna get into that. Oh wait, what? We don't even go to saw? What the? That's kind of scuff, no? No saw? Wait, that's kind of crazy. Anyways, let's just go here.
Can you zoom in?
I cannot. I don't think. Yeah, I cannot.
Uh,
GG.
Open image in a new tab. Right
My
click.
bad, gang. Wait, one sec, one sec. Open image. Whoops, I'm F11. Open image. Oh, wait,
You don't
wait.
wait. It's not an image. What the
It's
hell?
not an
Just download it.
image.
Download it.
We just gotta download it.
I'm gonna see your file.
I'm actually not leaking. I'm avoiding leaks. Lol.
Vodlop says he doesn't know what he's doing wrong in MGE. If you're missing, you're doing bad. Simple as that. If you're hitting everything, that's good. If you're
That's
getting
good.
shot by everything, well, like that's bad. How do I not miss? Aim better. That's for you to
True.
figure out. I don't know how you aim.
It's really that shrimple. Okay. Let's try to go here. So this was last. Okay, now this is a much better perspective. This is last. As we said, this drop down, this whole entire thing is drop down, shutter, lobby. We didn't discuss over lobby. Lobby, barrels, and is it actually referred to as bucket? No, this is concrete.
I mean, there's a bucket. Like you could say bucket trap.
Oh yeah, there's a bucket trap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bucket
Vodlop, it's part of the process.
and concrete. This is cheese. This can also referred to as Z. In NA, they
Yeah,
call it Z.
B's or Z.
Yeah, cheese or Z. Mostly we refer to it as cheese. Ramp, stair.
No clue
There's
why
a
we call it
lower
that.
part here. Yeah, there's an this lower part underneath this like second control point. It's called Africa. This below lobby, it's lower. This is
Yep.
still lower. This is second control point, defense, the bats, train or logs, gap. It's called
I don't
gap.
know that. But
The fuck?
mention pipe. Mention the pipe
Yeah,
on top.
pipe. Very important. Watch out for
That
look up here for soldiers.
yeah, because soldiers will always be
Yeah,
there.
they will spam this or just hide here. Saw. This is saw.
There's
This
a
is
window
window.
there.
Yeah, this is what I meant by window earlier. Barrels. Catwalk. This is forward spawn. Kitchen. So you're going lower
From
and then
lower
there's
to
a yeah,
kitchen.
lower to kitchen.
The dotted lines mean like it's open space, I think, or
Yeah.
like a window or like a doorway.
Yeah, this is shack or hut. Right roof, left roof, top left, top right, and the logs. These are just general terms. And this is entire mid. That's pretty much it for snake
Snake
water.
water.
That's snake water. You have any questions? Can you check Melvin because I can't see.
Sorry, what was that?
Did they have any questions or can we
They're
move
not
on?
asking anything. They're complaining. They're talking about like why is Vodlop so bad? Why am I losing MGE?
Let's not talk about Vodlab.
And
Grr.
that's literally what's happening in the classroom, bro. Class, please
Grr.
pay
Class,
attention.
pay attention, class.
Pay
Grr.
attention to the
This is
class, please.
75% of your grade.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Grr.
actually making a. If you get a 60 or below, you're getting banned from the server.
True. Joking, joking. JK, JK.
No, it's true. It's true.
Makinig kayo. Please.
Mak- Please listen. That's what he said.
Makinig kayo. Okay, let's go to what map do you guys want? What map?
Let's go sunshine.
Sunshine? Sunshine, brother. Okay, sunshine, sunshine. I'll just download this. There we go. There we go. Restreaming. Okay, sunshine. Okay, class, pay attention. This is last. This is last. This entire thing. Left, right. This is behind point. This is spawn. Right and left spawn. Left and right. Right. You can wait. This thing is referred to IT also. It's kind of crazy. I didn't know that. Left, right, point, bridge. Watch out here, especially if your guys are pushing through dungeon. This is referred to as dungeon. It's sewers for some reason. But it's fine. It's usually the most common call out for this is dungeon below here. Top or
Yeah, below
bridge.
lobby.
Yeah. And barrel. Lobby. This entire thing. Yeah. Upper lobby.
Oh wait,
Lower lobby.
wait.
Yeah. Yep.
Just like to mention, just because it says left or right doesn't mean it actually is left or right. It depends on your orientation. So let's say
Yeah.
you're the one defending, your left is what's written in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you're like pushing, then your right is whatever your right is. I hope you know what the
Yes.
left and right is.
And GG. If you don't know what your left is, guys, put an
Please
L
go back
in
to
front of
school,
your
buddy.
face.
Go back
Yo,
Go
to
can
back
we
to
school.
get
school.
time to speak up here if he wants?
Who wants to
I
speak?
think there are a few players here that need to hear what he could probably say.
Okay. Who
Time,
needs to talk?
are you down to speaking right now or because I think a lot of people here are misguided about what it takes to improve.
Donowald? Um, Donowald again? Um, right. Donowald.
I think we got Donald.
I think we got Donowald. I think I'm continuing. Okay. Anyways, continue. Continuing. Lobby, shutter, bats or balcony, lower lobby, upper lobby. There's a stairs down here. That's why it's referred to as lower lobby. This is called pier. Huh. Pier, spire, second. This entire area, this thing, this is all green area is second. Forward spawn, pla- flats. Don't people refer to this as concrete also? Am I crazy? Can I get a fact check on that? Teachers? I'm getting Donald by my teachers. It's fine. Let's just say this is plat or concrete. Stairs underneath
Don't look at me, I'm
concrete.
1 month into the scene.
GG. Underneath plat is dungeon or
The entrance to
sewers, I
dungeon,
guess.
yes.
Yep. Entrance to dungeon. This is this is where the pack is. Another forward spawn, fence, and the choke point. Going here is valley. It's
I've never
usually
heard
referred.
anyone call it
I've
market.
I've never heard it say
Time
market.
give advice.
Okay.
Honestly, if you guys want to know more about adjusting on the fly and being more flexible with situations you're put in, run COT maps.
All right.
Run what?
Cost
King of the Hill
maps.
maps.
King of the Hill maps. That's so
I
Time to
just
interesting.
get
want
a
to add
visual
this.
representation of rollouts of Six's maps, where
y-
to meet and where to meet team after the rollout.
Okay.
After choke.
Usually, yeah,
Ah.
you roll out
Alright.
of choke.
Yeah, you're
Actually,
all
you
right.
should
So,
like draw a line.
Alright,
okay.
so I want to
Can
add
I?
this like for people who want to
Go
improve.
back to Snake Water.
Like
Okay.
learning the fundamentals is like the bare minimum you need to
Yes.
even be considered a player. Like if you learn the fundamentals, you're not even like at the level to compete yet. You need slightly a bit more than that.
Honestly, it's
You need to
experience. Yeah.
learn how, yeah, you need experience to actually play the game. at a higher level. It honestly just
Unless you
comes with
somehow
time.
memorize every single situation and know
Yeah,
what to
you can't
do,
do that.
You
that's
cannot
impossible.
control
That is not
everything,
realistic.
guys. That's not realistic.
Yeah.
This is just a guide for you guys so you don't get lost. Smiley face.
We're just
Honestly, same.
yeah.
Like we should be playing COD more, cause
Yeah,
why
I
why do
want to
people
play
not want
Koth
to play like
more.
every game mode?
I
No,
don't.
like
Yeah, thoughts,
Let's
guys.
play. Let's play log jam, guys.
Arr.
as long as it's on the rotation, we should be
Arr.
playing all the maps. Honestly, like enough of this like
True.
only good maps bullshit. That's fucking retarded.
Metalworks, sultry.
We should add sultry. I mean, it's still in the future editions. Not gonna lie, we
Yeah,
should try it
sultry's
once.
been
It's a really
playing a
good
lot.
map. It's a really good map.
I
Good
don't know how
map.
to play sultry.
Yeah, I only played it
What?
once, but it was in officials. What
Podub
the
said,
fuck?
"What do you mean by fundamentals?
All
Do
right,
you mean the roles or reading
fundamentals
the situation?"
is whatever is included in the guide plus basic positioning when
Yeah.
holding defaults and making no plays. That is
Okay.
fundamentals.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you mention this in like the Uber ad where like about the positioning?
No, I did not. It's a basic
Okay.
guide.
Uh, okay. When it's this ad, you should play the leave basically,
Yeah.
especially if it's like massive ad.
It honestly needs a separate guide, fundamentals of
Yeah,
positioning,
Yeah. It's a
because it
separate.
needs
I'm just.
graphics.
Yeah. I'm just showing
Yeah.
you guys the how what fixes is how it is like the starting thing when we did it.
Yeah, I'm only
Here.
experienced that one like
Good.
I can't
I
see
can't see.
GG.
How was it when you
GG.
speak or you,
Don't let him speak.
you know?
KK.
I invited him to speak now. Oh, okay,
I mean,
okay.
I'm always sometimes, but if since I it's a bit
True.
hard.
True.
Go ask
Listen to what
somebody
they say
to
in game.
demo review or something. Just listen to your
Yeah,
team. And you when
Okay.
you watch POVs, you should be asking yourself why they're doing something.
Okay.
are we
I,
doing something else? Oh wait,
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. Pink asked earlier on the rollout thingy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You could like draw a line.
Is there a line here?
Can you zoom in
What?
there?
Yeah, yeah. I think I can. I think I can. That's keyword. I think.
I think control and then like scroll wheel up.
Yeah, I am, but I can't for some reason.
Alt
GG.
scroll wheel up.
I can't.
Okay,
GG.
never mind. Just draw a line and then like zoom in later.
Okay. Boys, let's pretend we're in Snake Water. We roll out here. The whole combo, I mean, the whole team rollouts. This is spawn. This right door. Bah, and
Bum,
goes
bum,
through
bum.
cheese. The demo man goes through ramp to do his surf
There's
ramp thingy
there's
over
two,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, there's two alternatives, but
You
I
should draw a
see
different color.
mostly.
Never mind.
Yeah. No, no, no. We should to
Okay.
clarify. Demo man rolls out here sometimes. I'm kidding. Most of the time they do. Boom. And takes this pack over here. Don't take this pack. This is his. And then for your whole team, they proceed here, get down and saw, and then boom. Bum 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 bum. Insane visuals, right?
I just want to say this that unfortunately the admins mods in this server are not really the best players. So we'll
True.
need to be outsourcing more high
Yes.
divs to actually teach the proper gameplay of each class and
Yes.
the game as a whole. Yeah.
We're just teaching
So
you guys the
yeah,
basics,
we're
guys.
teaching you shit that like you should have
You
down
should,
to a
yeah,
science.
you should know now.
But this is good foundation, but it won't take you higher unless you do your own research and actually play the game. So
Okay, Newt. by Newt. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving us your time. All right. That's pretty much the rollout for stick water. That's it. You go to right, you go in lobby, you go to cheese, you go to saw, you're in mid. That's pretty much a rollout. If Pink, if that answers your question, Pink, because that might be what you mean. Okay. Nice, nice, nice.
TBD.
Um, I think. Oh wait, we weren't done with sunshine yet. We haven't discussed mid and cafe. One sec.
Honestly, realistically speaking, though, guys, like
What?
you won't be at the level to play in other servers yet until you're at least like an experienced learner in this server.
True. This server
Question:
is yes. Your question.
how can
Mm-hmm.
you determine if someone is eligible to become an experienced learner?
When they understand how to play the game and are not just running around playing soap DM during games.
True. That is.
Okay,
That's how I
I
determine.
won't ask your metric for that.
That's it.
No, but
Honestly,
You
just
can also
get
tell
better
by
here
their comms,
first.
you know.
Yeah, comms also, guys.
No, there's a
Communication.
soldier on me right now.
Yeah. I will discuss
True.
communication more next time.
I can help. I can
I
help.
will make a communication guide and also probably like basic positioning. I will make that in the future. Bennett needs to stop talking. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Muted.
Anyway,
Bye bye,
anyways,
buddy.
anyways, proceeding. This is choke. We're in second. Spire choke. We already said valley. This is cafe. Lawn. Watch out for this rat spot over here in cafe. Once you get into cafe, there's a rat
I've
spot
never
here.
heard that call out. Lawn?
Y-
What?
Yeah, I've never heard it
But yeah,
before.
just check your corners.
Yeah, just
It's
check your corners.
common
Every time you
practice for
peek
scouts.
anything, yeah. Every time you should go into like tight choke points, you should check for traps and check
I
for any just
yeah.
yeah.
You should call that. You should have mentioned that in Scout Guide. What?
Yeah. Check for
Oh well,
traps,
that's
by
fine.
the way. My bad, guys. I didn't put. As scout, it is your responsibility to check for traps and to clear traps.
Yes, sir.
Whoopsie.
Toxic High Div, that's me.
I'm updating the guide.
Okay po.
Maraming salamat.
Cafe. This is cafe. This is mid. This is hut or shack, roof,
Tetris.
Tetris,
Tetris.
point, and
There's also
rock.
Bell Tower, or like you can
Yeah, bell
call it
tower.
Bell, which is on
This,
top of Point.
yeah, on top of point. Yeah, yeah, yep.
Next, wait, roll out, roll out, roll out,
Hmm? You're saying
roll out.
Melvin?
Draw the roll out.
Roll out. One sec. Roll out for sunshine. Sunshine, you start usually from left spawn. You start boom. You go to upper lobby. You get through bats, and then you meet through choke. And now you're in mid. That's how you roll out. You start from left side to upper lobby to bats, and then you go through second. You go through choke, and now you're on mid.
There's, yeah, you know what?
But
Yeah.
you can also ask, yes, Melvin, you were gonna say Valley. Is that correct? You mentioned Valley.
Yeah, but like, try not to do that too much.
Yeah, it's usually the default is usually choke. Just write this as a default. You can call your team to go here, but as Melvin said, try not to overdo it.
Lob has a question. Please type your question in chat.
Type your question. Type your question. I'm getting messages from these kids. I need to check them.
League DMs.
No, we don't have a minimap.
Yeah.
Minimap for what?
He's a Valorant player.
I think judging from the Team Fortress 2 gameplay, you did not see a minimap. There is no minimap, buddy.
There is no minimap.
Who's Tinkleman? He's the only sane person in my team when I played.
Tinkleman is the goat.
Pikaman
Is
is the
he the
goat.
letter T guy? Like T dot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
T dot. Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. My goat. That's it.
I'm a good tf2 MGE. Goodbye, Lander.
Honestly, let's just do one last call out and let's wrap it up. Thoughts? Can we get a
Love, I have a
one?
Yep,
question.
yep, yep, yep.
Yes. What is your question, Melvin?
When do I bomb a soldier?
You bomb for me? I bomb. It's either to take space, but also when the enemy team is distracted.
Oh,
That
I
is my
get it
general rule of
now.
thumb.
Tinkleman is requesting to speak.
Okay, you can invite him to speak. Yes, you may
Okay.
speak,
Can I
Tinkleman.
ask a question?
Yes, what is your question?
Like on mid fights, how do I like not take up like eat up damage when I'm playing soldier on like rotational mids?
Try not to be isolated because what you're trying to do in rotational mids, you want to keep rotating and rotating and rotating. You don't want to be isolated and you don't want to eat damage unless you guys are meeting with the enemy team. That's called meeting them, meeting the team. But
Like going to
honestly,
same
I
side.
can't. Yeah, I can't really give too much advice on general mid fights because that's a little more complex, a little more advanced, and I'm just teaching the fundamentals.
Okay.
But yes, just try not to be. If it's a rotational mid, if you're not trying to meet the enemy team, you should try to avoid being isolated. You should stick with your team. You shouldn't be alone because if you're alone in rotational mids, you're gonna get caught, isolated, and you're gonna die. And the enemy team will get a pick, and they will slowly crumble on you. That's my general advice. And
Okay.
just try to look
Thank
at
you.
where their combo is or where they're spamming. Yeah. All right. I'll just do one map. What map do we want to do before we wrap it up? What map?
So we did process, snake water, and let's
Yeah.
play gully. Let's do gully.
Gully. Okay. Gully will be our last. Then we will wrap
Since those are
this
like really
up.
common, that's what we usually play here.
Yep.
Though of course we are willing to, what do you call that?
What?
Broaden our maps played. Yes.
Honestly, I changed my map based to the people's choice. But let's honestly try to be more, diverse with our maps.
Let's play some Bagel. Bagel Prolander.
Yeah.
And let me play Pyro
No.
and get 400
Let's
TPM.
Caught is fine. Let's just ignore Prolander for now. Okay. Let's now go to Gully.
When should I push in or hold or do when I'm low?
It's like do when I am what? If you mean do you mean when you're low health? Is that what you mean?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Preferably you don't push in alone.
Yeah. If you're low.
Also, like there's some people here who literally don't even know like really like basic things in TF2. Do they not know
True.
what an arrow is?
JJ. Don't worry, he's been informed. It's fine. You
Yes,
don't need to
yes, I
flame
know,
him
I know.
anymore.
Yes. They need to
Okay.
learn the game first.
True. Learn the game first.
Like
What
since this
is
is way too
classes guy?
complicated for these.
What is when I push?
What's the situation when I push? You have to listen to your team.
Yeah, listen to your team.
Like what are they
Communication.
trying to say?
As a Valorant player, you should know this. Communication. I will make a guide on that in the future.
Can I help? Can I help? Can I help?
Okay po.
Yeah. Oh, that hurt my voice.
Okay. Let's do Gully Wash now. One sec. I'll just download this and let's wrap it up. Gully Wash. Bada beam, bada boom. Share this.
Are
Boom,
we gonna have a
boom.
bug later?
They're probably.
Ye- Probably you guys.
Yay!
I'm probably not available. Maybe.
What the heck?
I'm
Yeah.
also not available.
Anyways, move on.
Poster
Let's wrap this
roll.
up. This is Gully Wash. This is last. This entire thing is last. This is spawn, left spawn, right spawn. Behind this is water. Cubby,
Or
right,
below it, yeah.
left. Yeah, below it. This is secret underneath. Underneath is secret. This is what secret looks like. It's underneath left, underneath this thing. Water. This is what water is. It's underneath the point.
Right below the
Underneath
point, yeah.
last. Yep. Underneath this. This is what it looks like. There's like a pillar over here.
And you could go. It's usually a common place to back up.
Yeah, common place to back up. So that's why you gotta check for this. Scouts usually hide here, or soldier,
Yeah, there's like
or
a
anybody
pillar there
really. Yeah, just check.
by medic.
Yeah, pipes. Soldiers love to spam here. Balcony also. Soldiers like to take contest the site also when they aggress a little more. This is lobby, upper lobby. This is shutter or lockers. Main, lower lobby, stairs, and then this whole entire thing is river. To access water, by the way, you go into here. So this is to go to last, and this is to
At
go
the end of the
underneath.
river, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the river, water. There's a pack here, health and ammo. There's another health and there's also an ammo pack here. I mean, not ammo pack, health pack, and there's a mini ammo pack here. Window, bats, or balcony. I usually just refer to this as bats. This entire thing is still river. Second, this is
I've never heard
above.
anyone call like propane.
Is there a propane here?
Hello, Andy.
I mean, there's a gas tank, I think.
Welcome to the stream.
Okay, I see. Far back. Okay, rocks. Yeah, this is rocks. Second. Honestly, for here, I would just say like general terms on where they are. For example, if their combos here or their entire team is here, you should say they're like. I mean, yeah, it literally says far back. They're far back. This is. Oh, it doesn't show here. Oh, there it is. Underneath, bats. This is big door. Big door. Is where usually the flanks usually hold this area. Watch this area. After that, you go through into choke. There's a drop down here. This is where soldiers typically flank to get the combo, try to catch them. There's a health pack over here. This is elbow. There's an elbow here, which it should be shown. Where is it? Is there? Yeah, this elbow. This is what elbow looks like.
Yeah, that's usually where you roll out as well.
Yeah, this is where you roll out. Choke,
Autobots, roll out.
perch, mid, and it's referred to as nipple also, but just call it the point, bro. Just call it the point. Lower, and this is banana. Banana. This smaller one. Because
Yo,
this is
you're making me
elbow,
hungry.
and this banana. That's pretty much it. To roll out, now how to roll out. Oh, this is gonna scuff because I can't see baby door.
Just draw it, I think.
GG. Okay, we can't see
Oh,
baby
actually.
door. That's kind of scuffed.
Wait, someone is raising their hand.
Yes.
Mr. Lamb is bored.
You can
I think
Uber
it's
this.
Sage.
Mashi.
Trying to
Okay.
relate TF2 and Valorant.
Crazy. Please don't like compare them. They're
They're
different
very,
games.
very different. Very, very different.
Yeah, they're very different. That is a tactical shooter. This is a movement shooter.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't play video games that much. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Okay, let's discuss the rollout, then wrap this up. Okay. We go from right spawn. Usually the
I'm gonna go
rollout
eat.
happens here.
Enjoy.
Okay. Enjoy. Usually rollout happens here. You go through lower lobby. There's also lower lobby over here. You go underneath this. There's something underneath here. Just trust me. Just pretend we're underneath. There's a baby door here. So there's big door and there's a small shutter door over here. This is shutter. This is also shutter. And there's a smaller door here. This
That's
is
called
big
baby
door.
door.
This is,
Yes.
yeah, it's called baby door. And now you roll out through big door, and then you go through
Now
elbow,
teach the
which
demo rollout.
the demo rollout. Wait, I should remember the demo rollout. You go through balcony, right?
Yes, you go to the balcony and then
Then
go to
do
the
you go
shutter.
here?
Yeah, you
Do you
jump.
go here? Okay, okay, I get it.
You
Okay,
jump
so
to the
for
shutter and
yeah,
then jump into choke.
for demo rollout, you jump through balcony, you go through lower lobby, you go through shutter, and then you go through choke, take this pack, and then spam. And now you're with the rest of your team. Yes. You see, that's it.
Show a demonstration to visualize it better. I mean, preferably, yeah, but we do not have
Or
that time. And you can probably just search it up, honestly.
Joe, you can just search it up.
Where's the opposite
But
spawn? Maps in sixes are
I
symmetrical.
yeah, they're identical. Whatever is in your side is also on the
It's gonna be
enemy
the same,
side.
yeah.
It's gonna be the same. 5 CP has identical sides.
Gutom na ako.
Okay. I think,
Ano?
boys and girls, it's time to wrap it up.
There's a girl here. What?
Anyways, yes, it's ending. I've
It's been like almost 2 hours. Oh my
It's
god.
been almost 2 hours. I'm sorry, Earthman. I'll just give
I
you
mean,
like
we did say
two.
it was gonna start 6 and we already
Yeah,
started
we
late.
true. You did say.
If
You
you're
did
still
say.
later than that, then honestly, that's like
I mean, kind
escalation.
of true.
You heard it from
Thank
Mr.
you for the
Owner.
evaluation form. Thumbs up
Please,
po, thumbs up. Please
please
thumbs
give a
up.
heart react, please, everyone. Heart react
Heart
right
react,
now.
heart react, heart react now, heart react now.
Everyone, put heart, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Heart react,
Only red
please.
hearts, yellow hearts are not counted. Kissing is not allowed, and
Guy,
no black monkeys.
guy, what the fuck? All right,
Notes, no need to submit
gamers.
notes, but we will be testing you later in the pug.
True.
We
There's
see if
gonna be
you
a
learn
pug
anything
later. If you don't at least get a little better, that's kind of
on your own.
cooked.
Yeah, get a little better on your own, buddy.
Get get a
You should
little better.
improve on sixes on your own.
All right. Thank you, everybody. There's probably gonna be a pug later. So, what you learned now, apply it later.
Yo, what's
So,
up, guys?
what the
Uh,
fuck? Wait,
who
let this
let
guy
this
talk.
kid in?
Okay, what?
Who did let you in?
Who did let you in? What the fuck? I didn't let him in. Okay,
I
what?
don't. Oh yeah, I do have the rule,
Okay, what?
but I didn't.
What do you want, Lam? Why are you here?
To learn, I guess. Oh,
Bruh, it's
What?
over.
You're a bit late here.
You're a bit late, buddy.
I know, I know.
Okay, I think
Just show
it's
him the
Jover.
PowerPoint.
Yeah, honestly,
Blab, are
I'll
you
upload
free
the PowerPoint
later?
later.
Can you teach me later? Cause I was
I hope
outside.
so. I hope so. Let's see.
Blob is a busy man. You gotta pay him
Damn.
10 keys.
True.
How much is 10
You
keys?
don't.
A lot of money.
Just
Uh, d-
kidding. You don't need to pay.
It's not real. It's not real. Don't trust that.
uh,
Okay.
let me order a $5 Steam gift card, I guess.
No, no, no.
Oh,
You
I
don't
did.
have to. You don't have to.
I did not mean to stream. What the? Oops.
Inflation is real.
All right, boys.
Yes.
Tuition
Thank
is
you for
crazy. Yes.
listening.
You
Thank
guys
you
have to
for
pay 1 key
listening.
each.
One.
Okay.
Like to me, like to Blob, and then
Yeah. This is tuition, by the way. You gotta pay.
The
This isn't.
Blab is
yup.
more helpful than my own coach.
You have a coach.
Where's the key? I need the key emoji. I'm pretty sure I have it. I don't have it? What the fuck? That's kind of crazy. I don't have it. Solid should do it. Solid, you have Nitro. You should use the key, the tf2 key. That's crazy. Thank you po. Okay. Guys, now do you understand a bit? At least, do you understand something?
Well,
Take your
Honestly, I
yes.
didn't
time.
learn anything.
Okay, buddy.
Sorry, sorry.
We need that feedback, guys. Teams are random. They will be picked by the captains. That's how the just
I
check game rules. Read that,
Yeah.
by the way.
Infra, have you played before? Is I've
I've
I've no
only
idea who this
seen
guy
him
is.
in 4v4 once, I
Oh,
think. I'm
should I
I'm
try
giving
soldier?
my Clash of Clans later,
up
bro.
to you. Also,
Maybe, I don't
guys,
know.
don't expect everything you just learned today to like instantly like hit.
Yeah,
It's gonna
true.
take a while to like
Yeah.
sink in, and you'll
Yeah.
realize like the value
Yeah.
of what
Just
this these things
don't
are.
forget to ask. Please ask for help. Please do, cuz
I'm gonna shout at these people.
it's better
Nuh-uh.
than asking than being
Hi, humble.
absolutely blind when doing.
Or just farted. Oh my god.
Bro just farted.
Who farted?
GG.
Holy yeah.
All right.
I can't tell you that.
That's pretty good. All right, guys. Thank you. Give some, give yourself a round of applause for
Wow. Can
coming
people
this
hear me
far.
clapping?
Can we clap? Can we clap? Wait,
Clap,
is there a
clap,
clap?
clap, clap.
Clap, 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 clap.
Or I'm about to clap some other kinds of cheeks
Relax.
towards people that are not minors and are male.
Wow.
Aren't you
Thank you.
supposed to be male?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like trans though. I'm like I used to be a girl.
Okay, there's not teaching anymore. Okay, goodbye. Thank you for your time, everybody. Thank you for reacting.
And
You
can
may
we
now
thank
leave.
Mr. Blub for his service?
So,
Can we get a clap emoji for everyone ping Blub and say thank you for your service?
crazy.
Alright, guys, I have to
Wild.
go. Thank you, Blub. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
That is
Thank
our
you.
special guest, Mr. Lamb.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Pink, you should send me your stream. Not gonna lie. You should send me your stream. Just send it in DMs. Anyways, thank you guys. Have fun in Pugs later. I will do an announcement. It's probably gonna be at 9, probably. So have fun in your Pugs later. GG's. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Send me your stream. I'll be now ending this. Bye bye. I'll disconnect all of you.
You're so